Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad from Conference USA, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Down here for this offense. And the wideout goes in motion. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Chris, how about this call here in the first play of the national championship? They take a shot downfield. They don't hit it, but you know what? I think it sends a message to the defense and also gives us an indication of what their personality and approach is like in a big game of this magnitude. They're going to be aggressive.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Gets into space at the 50. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And there's the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
The gain makes it second and medium. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And the Seminoles looking to cash in this red zone trip. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fighting him off. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
Lining up to try the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5.
Yeah, don't let him get away with that.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he drops back in the gun. Escapes the sack. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Second and long, backed up at the 7-yard line. They'll try the right here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
He's brought down at the 8-yard line.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? It's a short completion to the big tight end. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. Dogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Trying for a 4th down completion. Quick throw to his receiver. And the ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Florida State.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back to a pick 6 in the last possession. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Flips it to the running back, and he's got work to do. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Looking to throw it again. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this 1st down for the Georgia offense. And you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes a spectacular diving catch. The Bulldogs will crank up the tempo.
Chris, that's just a great individual effort to lay out like that to make a catch.
Catch made on the out route. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
And that run produces a decent gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And now the try here for the extra point. They make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And here's the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Now it's 2nd down here. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Another 1st down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
That completion makes it second and short. He'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. When they hit him just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on fourth down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete. The defense holds on fourth down, and they'll take over.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. They'll hand it off. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a second and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Single back, takes the handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice second and 2. There's the handoff. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. He escapes the sack. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. The 30. At the 20. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception. And a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
the floor to save offense on the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles.
That is a great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep. Catch made wide open way downfield.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Here's that defense shifting again. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. The sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
3rd and very long, looking to throw. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Georgia. Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Ball handed off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to pass here on second down. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That's time they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker, he's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run. But here, the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Bringing pressure. He's going to pull it down and run. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a fourth down call. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The Noles will line up to kick it away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. And the ball is away from inside the 10. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes a quick catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Defense is coming after him. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you've got to think about changing things up. Snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Going to try to use his legs here. Finding space at the 20.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And that one's straight down the middle.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so a little bit better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. 1 play left here in the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's hit as he throws it. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Tackle after the pick, and then he'll do it for the first half of play. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's take it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looking to pass here. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And looking to throw now on first down. Fires it to the wideout. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle right after the catch, but the offense is now in the red zone.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Goal line formation for the defense. Touchdown, Dogs. And they will claim the second half lead. Sam Bam Cunningham, Bo Jackson. That's a play that legendary running backs have made.
And let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, that's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. It's very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep. The returner coughs up the football inside their own 20.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they'll tackle at about the 23-yard line. The gain makes it second and medium. Play action fake, looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Play action here on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, that one's picked off. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Oh, and it's incomplete. A chance at a much-needed takeaway there. Now it's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Short pass finds the tight end. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Can he make it to the marker? There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Motion now from the tight end. Here comes a handoff. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll run it from the gun. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Finds an open target on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. On first down, it's play action. Looking for the wide out. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Chris, that ball is going to fall to the ground, and if you go back and look at this, he's falling back when he makes this throw. He's actually throwing it off of his back foot. You combine that with already throwing a couple interceptions, I don't know if it's a time to think about maybe warming up the backup.
Looking to throw again. Receiver makes the catch. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They call the draw play here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. They go with a direct snap. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner choosing to field this one. The returner is brought down. Let's start with the next drive. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And the Noles hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Looking to throw it on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he's going to launch it deep again. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they catch him? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Keeping it on the ground here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 38, Florida State 21.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. They'll run it here. Running with purpose. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
When these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
To get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Empty empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
He pulls in the catch. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
They're still trusting this quarterback to make great throws, and why not? He has had a game you dream about in the national championship. Every throw right on the money. He's had time to make great throws, and he is delivered to be, in my opinion, the MVP of the national title.
They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the Bulldogs looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Touchdown, Dogs. And the beatdown continues. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now they get set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And the Florida State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a deep completion. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight.